Last episode, you survived the Russian Revolution. Bread lines, civil war, secret police. You probably thought, okay, that's enough chaos. Congratulations. You have now spawned into 19th century Britain. No mobs, no guillotines, no firing squads, just factories, endless factories, and the sound of gears slowly replacing your soul. Welcome to the Industrial Revolution. The revolution where nobody storms a palace. They just clock in. Character creation. Pick your class. Factory owner. Skilled engineer. Middle-class clerk. Urban laborer. Child. Statistically, you are poor and possibly 9 years old because children are cheap and machines don't care how tall you are. Level 1. Welcome to the city. You've moved from the countryside to Manchester, or Birmingham, or London. Why? Because factories need workers. Cities explode in population. Housing is built quickly. Poorly. You now live in a cramped tenement. No sewage system. Water contaminated. Cholera waves periodically sweep through like surprise boss fights. Smog covers the skyline. It's called progress. Your lungs call it something else. Level 2. Factory mode. You work 12 to 16 hours a day, 6 days a week, sometimes 7, inside a textile mill, or a coal mine, or an iron foundry. The air is thick with dust. The machines are loud. There are no safety guards. If your hand gets caught in a spinning gear, that's a you problem. Compensation is not a concept yet. In coal mines, children crawl through narrow shafts because they fit, because they are cheap, because industrial efficiency does not include ethics. Level 3, capitalism patch update. Let's talk money. Industrialization creates enormous wealth. For some, factory owners become absurdly rich. Railroads expand. Banks flourish. Trade increases globally. If you're an investor, 10 out of 10 experience. If you are the labor, 4 tenths. Generous. The system rewards productivity, not comfort. And productivity means more machines, more output, more hours. Level 4, the Luddite phase. You're exhausted, underpaid, replaceable. You look at the machines and think, they took my job. So you smash them. Enter the Luddites, workers who destroy machinery in protest. It does not go well. The government responds harshly because the state loves innovation and fears unemployment less than unrest. Machines survive. Workers adapt. Or don't. Level 5, global ripple. Industrial revolution is not just Britain. It spreads. Western Europe, United States, eventually the world. Factories multiply. Colonial extraction intensifies. Raw materials flow from colonies to industrial powers. Manufactured goods flow back. Industrialization is global and unequal. Your cotton may come from enslaved labor. Your rubber from colonized regions. Your wealth is connected to invisible suffering elsewhere. But you don't see that. You see smokestacks. Level 6. Disease returns again. Remember cholera? It's back. Urban sanitation is primitive. Waste flows into rivers. Drinking water flows from rivers. The loop is efficient. Public health reform eventually emerges because enough people die. Modern sewer systems are invented because capitalism loves efficiency, and dead workers are inefficient. Level 7, child labor boss fight. Let's address it. Children as young as 5 work in factories. Tiny fingers for tiny machines. Small bodies for tight spaces. Long hours. Minimal education. Industrial childhood is not playful. It is productive. Eventually, reformers push for regulation. Factory acts limit hours. Education laws expand, but that takes decades. If you spawn early enough, you do not get that update. Level 8, labor organizes. Workers begin organizing. Unions form. Strikes happen. Demands increase. Shorter hours. Safer conditions. Fair wages. Industrialists resist, sometimes violently, but slowly, reform wins ground. Because a system that crushes everyone collapses, and even factory owners prefer stability. The Industrial Revolution does not overthrow governments. It forces them to adapt. Level 9. Technology accelerates. Steam engines, railroads, telegraphs, mass production. Time becomes standardized. Work shifts become precise. Society becomes faster, more connected, more efficient, less human. You're no longer tied to seasons. You are tied to whistles. Your day starts when machine says so. Dark irony. The Industrial Revolution improves life expectancy. Eventually, it increases productivity. Eventually, it creates a middle class. Eventually, but the first generation pays heavily with injuries, disease, exhaustion, lost childhood. It is a slow revolution, one that hums, one that never feels dramatic, until you realize the entire world runs on it. Survival strategy. If you are poor, stay healthy if possible. Avoid factory machinery with exposed gears. Don't inhale too enthusiastically. Learn a trade if you can. If you are an entrepreneur, congratulations. You have discovered the cheat code. Just try not to fall into a furnace. Aftermath. The Industrial Revolution transforms. Economics, politics, social classes, warfare. Mass production leads to mass armies. Railroads move troops. Factories build weapons. You are watching the foundation for the 20th century and all its problems. This revolution does not scream. It builds, and it keeps building. Survival stats. Work hours, 9 out of 10 difficulty. Air quality, 2 out of 10. Wealth inequality, 10 out of 10. Political upheaval, moderate. Long-term impact, massive. Would you respawn here? If you're upper class? Yes. If you're working class in 1820, bring a lung replacement. Industrial Revolution, 6 out of 10 stars long-term, 3 out of 10 stars short-term. France cut off heads. Russia cut off dissent. Haiti cut off chains. The Industrial Revolution cuts off sleep, and it never really ended. Next episode, we leave smoke and enter ideology again, because the 20th century is waiting. Spawn history. Games have never been fair.